Well, it's finally really looking like spring. The green is coming on rapidly, and this will all be shade in the next 2 weeks, I would say. So one of my projects for this week is to take this little spot here and move a lot of the rocks that are in the path that can be kind of a tripping hazard and make sort of a natural garden here. I was delighted to find that our local farmers market had tons of different varieties of mint. The big box stores have a tendency to just have peppermint and spearmint and whatever they call sweet mint, which I'm not sure what that is. So I bought, let's see, chocolate mint, peppermint, spearmint, orange mint, apple mint, cat mint, which is a lot like catnip. And then lemon balm is actually also a mint as well. So is that all of them? I think so. So once I get these rocks dragged over and some soil added in, I'm going to plant these mint plants. The paths around this area will kind of help keep the mint from spreading out of control. But it should be a really pretty addition, and then I'll have lots of mint to use for whatever I want to use it for. So I wanted to show you the before of this. This spot was actually a place where a tree had fallen over, and there's what's left of it. And so it was kind of a depression with like a huge hump, and I dug the hump down and kind of filled it in a little bit. And then these rocks, most of them came from the path that were really obtrusive when we first did the path, but I didn't have anywhere else to put them, so they'll get all kind of arranged around in a hopefully sort of natural looking way. And this will be my little mint garden. I use the fencing bar here to help shift some of these rocks out of the path. None of them stuck up really high, but they were enough to stumble over in the dark. And there's another one. There's a bunch up there by the greenhouse. And then there's a couple over here. Anyway, one of the teenage neighbor boys comes and helps me when I have tasks that require a little more muscle than I particularly can do. So when he gets here, we're going to move all these rocks, place them in a hopefully aesthetically pleasing way. And then I have a pile of garden soil right here. And so we're going to shift some of that soil, fill in the holes that these leave, because that wouldn't be any better than the rocks. And then I get to start planting. Well, here it is. It was kind of too dark to film last night when I finished this. And I don't know how natural it looks, but I think it should work really well. Everything when you first start it just seems kind of unfinished, but the reason for this bed is I started out with these two mint plants, which is the peppermint and spearmint from Walmart, and that's all they had. They didn't have anything else, so I was like, well, I'll just put them in a pot. Then I went to our local, it's like a farmer's market, and they had tons of plants. They had tons of herbs, great prices, beautiful plants. And they had all of these other mints. So I decided it would be awesome to just have a mint garden because I love mints for tea, for cooking. Dried leaves crushed up and put in sachets actually repel mice. Mice don't like the smell, so they can go in the vehicles and stuff. So let's plant. So this first one is chocolate mint, which I actually believe is a variety of spearmint. And I'm just gonna put this in the back. Any of you who have watched my channel before know how much I love weeds. plants that kind of take care of themselves. And mint definitely qualifies. So I'll leave these on so I remember what they were. Okay, and they're not super root bound, which is great. I'm just gonna pull some of these that are wrapped around, kind of loosen them, because they'll continue to spin around if you don't. Okay. And so mint's not super picky about anything. It just kind of, everywhere it touches, it spreads out. These little vinies, they'll all root and spread out. And I'm gonna put this in here so I remember. Some of them you can tell at a glance, some of them you just can't. And I'm gonna save these for my Roman chamomile that I started. Okay, so this one is lemon balm. Even though it's not called a mint, it is actually a mint of the mint family. So it has many of the growing characteristics. You know, it spreads. It has the most beautiful smell. And there's a more lemony variety called citronella lemon balm that's supposed to really be good at repelling bugs. But this one is supposed to do the same. So I figured, oops, let's see. So this one's more upright. I'm going to put it over here. Oh, this one's really needs to be unwound here. It was a happy plant. Okay. There you go. So Pricklethicket is actually quite blessed with good soil. That is not actually a typical necessarily situation in a forest type ecosystem. A lot of times it's very rocky, which obviously we have plenty of those, but the soil can be very thin. So, but we have lots of soil because we're close to the river. So I think in the center, I'm going to put this spearmint. All right. I'm going to put it right here in the center. Big stick. Let's see. The other really upright one is this orange. This is apple mint, and it's one of those. Let's see. Let's put this in here. Apple mint is one that's more easily distinguished because it has kind of a fuzzy leaf, and it definitely still smells minty, but I don't know that it actually smells like apples to me. It just has like a more menthol type smell, but it's certainly good for tea and all that wonderful stuff that you can do with mint. So I'm going to put that right here. A little apple mint. All right. The next one is, so this is catmint, and it smells incredibly like catnip, which makes a really, it's a nice tea plant, and this is a good tea plant as well. It has a very sweet, I would say almost marshmallowy smell, but this doesn't, well, supposedly does not attract cats like catnip does. So we don't actually have any cats right now, but I have plans to get 2 kittens the middle of May. A friend of mine has kittens, and we need some mouse patrol. Hank does his best, but he's old and not too spry, so he catches a mole occasionally, and occasionally he'll catch a mouse, but we need a little bit more of a patrol. So let's see, this is pretty upright. So let's put it right here. Okay, there you go. All right, and so we have, this is peppermint, and this one is orange mint. Now, I believe, like chocolate mint, orange mint is also a child of this peppermint here. So it's kind of hard to tell them apart, but it has a little bit rounder leaf, and the smell is, it does have like a citrus kind of hint to it, and it's not as sharp smelling, if that makes a sense, as peppermint. So let's unwrap some of these and put this on this side here. In you go. Now, there is one mint that I may order. It's called banana mint. You get it from Richter's at like a company, an online herb company that has every herb you could possibly imagine and more that you didn't even know about. And I had it before, and it really does smell like bananas. It's amazing. So I do believe that I'm going to get some banana mint. It's not quite as hearty or vigorous as these other mints, so it will probably have a little place all to its own, because in my experience, the banana mint gets overtaken by the others, and it can't compete. So, but it smells amazing, and it deserves its own spot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got those all planted. All right. Peppermint. I think I'll figure out a way to make some cute little plant markers. So the next thing I'm going to do is just take a little bit of this straw and mulch around all these plants. That will hold in the moisture in the soil, because mints do like to be pretty damp. And it just keeps things cool. I'm planning on running to the local sawmill and getting a truckload of wood chips that I'm going to do the paths and everything in, and I'll probably add those. Straw it's okay for this, but I have it on the paths too, and it's not super great for the paths because wood chips kind of lock down and the straw never really does. And so it makes it slick because we're on a hill. Everything's on hills. So it's pretty hard. Sometimes you have to be really careful. Oh, this one's broken. So I'm looking forward to having the paths covered with wood chips. I'm not necessarily looking forward to hauling the wood chips and dumping them on the paths, but that's just part of it. So I'm gonna finish up this mulching and I will show you the finished product. Okay, well, this is my finished bed. That mint's gonna just grow and spread and fill the whole thing. It should be great. Now I have a date with a shovel because I gotta fill all the holes that I made when we pulled these rocks out of the paths so I don't step in anything. If you have any questions, any comments, what do you think I could have done to make it maybe look a little more natural? Do you think it'll look great when it's done? What do you think I should change something? I love your comments. I read them all. I try to answer everyone. And we will see you next time.